Welcome to the PTWB, Personal Trainer's Weekly Brief, the podcast that keeps you up to date with the latest news in fitness, health and nutrition. I'm Rich, I'm a personal trainer based in the UK. Whether you're a PT, a fitness enthusiast or someone looking to stay informed about the health world, this place is for you. I created this podcast or news briefing or whatever you want to call it, just because I'm interested in all the up and coming news. I can speak right sometimes. But yeah, so I just want to bring some of the news I read to you. Each week, I'm going to break down some of the biggest headlines, scientific breakthroughs, and industry news, so you get all the facts without all the bull, So, here's what's coming up today. Protein diets are booming, especially among Gen Z. The rise of meat snacks, are they a healthy choice or just clever marketing? New research showing how even small amounts of exercise can cut your dementia risk. That sounds cool. And the latest study on how exercise improves brain function and why movement is key to long-term cognitive health. So let's get into it. Gen Z and health-conscious adults are driving a major rise in protein consumption. A recent UK market report shows that nearly half of all adults have increased their protein intake in the past year. Among 16 to 34-year-olds, 2/3 say they actively look for protein-rich foods when shopping, which is a good thing. I'm glad they're doing that now. A lot of personal trainers and coaches like myself have been harping on about this for a long time, so I'm glad it's starting to get in. Searches for Greek yogurt, cottage cheese and egg whites have skyrocketed on Ocado and Tesco's online stores, a clear indicator of a shifting consumer habits. Social media is a huge influence, of course, influencers. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube are pushing the idea that protein equals fat loss, muscle gain and better health. We'll get into that. So, clients are more protein conscious than ever, but do they really understand quality versus quantity? We'll need to help them focus on whole food sources rather than the processed protein bars and shakes and yogurts and all these other things that are out there. I've even seen protein pancakes, which some of them are promoting 20 to 30 grams of protein per pack, but in that pack, it's about 500, 600 calories, some of them. So if your goal is fat loss, we need to bring that down a little bit. And that's where whole food comes in, eating leaner protein sources and trying to just come away from a lot of the protein high snacks. Again, read labels, education is key. And we all know now that protein is great for muscle repair, keeping you full, metabolic health, but we need to balance that. Plus, people need to understand that more isn't always better. Well, it sometimes is, but we'll get into that in another time. But we need to clarify, eating 250 grams of protein a day is not going to magically build you massive muscle without the right type of training or the right amount of training. So we need to get that down and out there a little bit more. So that's my takeaway there. Protein is great, but quality matters. Stick to lean meats, fish, egg, dairy, plant-based options, rather than relying on highly processed supplements. You don't need extreme amounts. The standard guideline that we talk about all the time is 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, kilogram, not pounds. Avoid TikTok trends, Instagram, Facebook, without checking the science. Not every viral hack is backed by evidence. At the end of the day, protein is crucial, but the quality of your intake matters more than the quantity. Quality protein is key, people. Story number 2. The rise of meat snacks. Is it convenient or concerning? So, sales of meat snacks like jerky, bit-long, pepperoni sticks have surged in the UK, with gym goers and fitness influencers leading the charge for some reason. Marketed as high protein, low carb, they appeal to those on high protein or keto style diets, which is okay. However, these snacks often contain high levels of salt, sodium, nitrates and preservatives, which is true, which have been linked to increased risks of heart diseases, cancers, and all those type of things. Again, we should take things like that with a pinch of salt. It's how much we eat, our diet, activity levels, all comes into account. So you can eat your bit-long and jerky and pepperoni snacks if you want to. Just got to look at the levels. And again, we want to look at better quality sources of food and proteins. Studies show that regular consumption of processed meats could increase the risk of chronic diseases. While these snacks are convenient, they shouldn't be a staple of someone's diet or anyone's diet. We should suggest healthier portable options: boiled eggs, nuts, Greek yogurt, or homemade protein balls. Don't do the homemade protein balls. Can't stand them. High calorie again. They taste like crap. Nobody can make a really nice one. Or, you know what? In the comments, if you got a good recipe for some protein balls, please give me that recipe, because those high protein balls, I just can't do them. Anyway, so yeah, Greek yogurt is my go-to. Greek yogurt all day. 0% Greek yogurt. I love it. You can have it with anything. Throw some fruit in there, eat it on its own, dash of honey. We're good. Lots of protein, beautiful snack. Takeaways here, just because something is high in protein doesn't mean it's healthy. I spoke about that earlier in the podcast. Up for leaner, again, I spoke about this earlier in the podcast. Less processed protein sources. If you do eat meat snacks, go for lower sodium, nitrate-free, and natural ingredient versions if you need to. And again, don't just cut them out. You can still have them. If it's going to help you on your journey to whatever you're doing, eat them. Eat them all day. I'm all for it. I'm there for you. So key takeaway there, convenience is great, but quality matters. Don't make ultra-processed meats a diet staple. Okay, on to story number 3. New research shows even short bursts of exercise significantly reduces dementia risk. This is a big one, and I enjoyed this one, and I delved deeper into it myself. Again, I'll leave the links at the bottom of the episode, or I'll tell you at the bottom of the episode. Anyway, a recent study from Johns Hopkins University analysed data from 89,000 participants and found that just 1 minute of moderate or to vigorous exercise per week, 1 minute per week, was associated with a 41% lower risk of dementia. That's a lot of people. 1 minute of moderate to vigorous exercise per week. Man, if you've got 1 minute, just get on that floor, do a minute of burpees. Done for the week. But no, 1 minute of vigorous exercise, great. But again, I would definitely opt more for the daily half an hour to an hour resistance training, a little bit of cardio, go for that. But those studies are promising. This suggests that you don't need hours in the gym. You do. Just regular movement throughout the week makes a difference. Yes, it does, but you do have to spend some time in the gym. You do. I hate when I hear scientists say these things, but anyway, you got to spend some time in the gym. So we should encourage everybody, regardless of age, to move daily. I think a lot of young people think they're exempt from this. Move every day. No, move, man. Get out and move. Just because you're young doesn't mean you're exempt from not moving. Because I know a lot of people my age, I'm 37 by the way, they don't move. They haven't moved for near on a decade, and now they can't move. Or they're very stiff, they're very unfit, they don't feel good. So move when you're young, and you'll thank yourself when you're my age and older. Anyway, short effective workouts matter, so HIIT, walking breaks on your lunch, resistance training all contribute to brain health. So fitness isn't just the fat loss. It's always fat loss. This is brain, this is mental, this is inside. This is the things that are going to create longevity and make us live longer and happier lives and more comfortable. So let's move more. Let's do it. Anyway, frame exercise as long-term brain insurance. That's a nice little slogan. I might use that in the future. Brain insurance. I like that. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily movement has real health benefits. Simple lifestyle changes like taking the stairs, of course, walking more, stretching can protect brain health. Again, get in the gym, protect that brain. Think beyond aesthetics. As I always say, aesthetics come, your body will change if you just work out and be more active. Don't worry about how you look. Just get fitter, get stronger, get healthier, and the body just comes. It's like a side effect of it. Start worrying about the way you look. And the key takeaway from here is every bit of movement counts. Start small, but be freaking consistent. Sources and further reading. I got a lot of this stuff from Science Daily. exercise and dementia prevention, so you can just Google that. Rutgers University study on exercise and brain function, and UK protein market trends. It was the Ocado report. So if you want to look into it yourself, you can. And that's a wrap for this week's Personal Trainers Weekly Brief. Let's recap the episode again. Protein-rich diets are growing, but quality matters more than quantity. Meat snacks are on the rise, but read the labels before buying in. Even small amounts of exercise can slash dementia risk. Every movement counts. Exercise improves brain function, so think long-term for both body and mind. If you found this episode useful, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an update or an episode. Share this episode on your socials with someone who needs to hear it. Family, friends, other personal trainers, coaches, whatever. DM me or email with your fitness questions. I'd love to answer them on the next episode. This has been the PTWB. Stay informed, train smart, and I'll catch you next week.